Hello everyone, Realism Mode is back in the Division 2 for a couple of weeks along with the Dust Storm event. Super fun mode to play, so I thought I'd share a video today giving you all the knowledge I have to hopefully make your playthrough as easy as possible. Before we get into that though, let's have a look at the rewards that you can get from it. Now, there are two new rewards, but two old rewards, because the Realism Mode has been around before. So the old rewards are this Arid Forest camo for a Police M4. And if we go down a little bit here, we've got the Concrete camo as well for the KSG shotgun. These were part of the first time Realism came around, but they're there again now. So if you can complete Realism Mode on the normal mode, you'll get one of these. And if you do it on the hardcore mode, you get the other. I don't know which one's assigned to which, but this time around there's two more camos that you can get as well. Both of these camos are for the military MK46, which I'm quite excited about because I'm using this gun a lot right now. This one here is the Salt Flat camo, and this is for doing it on the normal mode this time. And then you've got the Kill Count camo as well, which is also for the military MK46. Now, I was very excited by this one. I thought that maybe it was going to be one that's showing you the kill count on a mission or something. It's not that exciting. But it does look pretty good with the skulls on the side there, like a little kill count, I guess. But nice skin. This, you have to complete on hardcore, though, to get this one. Now, if you're hoping for more reward, that is it. It's the only reward you get. I guess the only other rewarding part of it is the mode itself. It's pretty different than the real game. It's very different. I'll show you a little bit now in the quick intro, and there's some different settings you can use. It's a great experience. I really love it, but there's no longevity to this mode or anything. It's kind of like a one and done deal. You can play it normal, you can play it hardcore. So on the main menu of the game right now, you got the main campaign, the main game, you got Realism. Go into Realism. This will load up the Realism sort of accounts. Completely separate character, nothing to do with your main account whatsoever, apart from those rewards that you get, the skins. At the end of this event, this is all going to go. Do not get attached to your character. For example, this is a hardcore character I've just completed it with, and now I've got to delete it to start again. You can only have one. So I'm going to delete this character. I'm going to show you the intro to this, show you the settings. I'm going to give you some very good tips on how to make your playthrough a lot easier as well. So we're going to delete that character. You have two options: new Realism agent or new hardcore agent. If you've never played Realism before, highly recommend you go through a playthrough on just a normal one. Get to grips with it. Because on hardcore, if you die, you've got to delete your character and start again. That's the whole point of hardcore. You can't respawn or wipe or anything like that. So we're going to go into a new Realism agent. I'm going to give you some good tips on what you can do to make your playthrough as easy as possible as well. So we load it up. This will send you straight in to Warlords of New York. Now, during the Dust Storm event, Warlords of New York is free to everybody. It is a Division 2 expansion, but it's free. You can play it. And you should definitely play it on your main character as well, because there's some skills attached to Warlords of New York. Great time to get a hold of them, like the decoy and things like that, so you might want to do it. Part of not getting attached to your character, I wouldn't worry too much about creating what they look like. Just randomize, do what you want. We're just going to start. Like I said, this character is going to go. Don't get attached. You'll go into the Warlords of New York cutscene. We're going to skip that. And our first task is to get to Haven. So this is where I'm going to give you a bit of gameplay now to show you what Realism Mode is, and we'll go to Haven together. First thing you want to do, though, as soon as you land off the chopper, is just go into your settings. You're going to have some realism settings. Now, you can put immersive vanity on. I hope this comes to the main game at some point, because this will allow us to have dinosaur suits and stuff. Seriously. Because if I turn this on, what this will do is, if in the future dinosaur suits are a thing, and I don't like that, which I do, but if you don't, you can turn this on, and if your friend wears a dinosaur suit, it will be not a dinosaur suit for you. Great setting. I'm going to have it in no, though. Color filter, you can have a color filter for Realism Mode, Vignette, film grain. Love the film grain. I wish I was in the main mode. GPS line, you can turn that on or off, because you can make it as like immersive and as real as possible. It's the whole point of the mode. Player HUD widget on or off. Weapon ammo AR indicator. I think this is new. There's a few new settings this time around. You can show on low ammo, always show, or always hide. Show hit markers. So I have that on, but so one thing I loved about Tarkov and playing Tarkov is there's no hit markers. You have kill markers only. You can hide all if you want to. Show weapon swap UI and toggle Realism Mode minimap. It's always hide here, but you can always show if you want, or just show in combat with the minimap. I just leave it as default. So go through the settings, set up however you want to. Now straight away, You got a couple of weapons. And you're going to notice that when you aim, it looks a little bit different. We're just going to dart. And if we aim for a head, he dies straight away. This is realism mode. Shoot them in the head, they die. There's no bullet sponges. Obviously, some enemies have armor. You're going to have to break through the helmet. There are some bosses that will take more damage. They will have a health bar and stuff. But just look at it. Very limited HUD. You can have no HUD at all if you don't want to. And that is basically realism mode. A lot of people, I think they did this because there's been a lot of feedback from players that they'd like something like this in the Division game. Completely different style of play, of course. And we are going to show you the build aspect in a moment because there's no builds or anything as such as well. It's very basic. Now, a whole playthrough of this is probably, it took us like 2 to 3 hours, taking our time. Hardcore playthrough was 2 to 3 hours to get the rewards. So if you want to go through a normal realism run and then you want to go through a hardcore realism run, you're probably looking at up to, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours of playtime through this. But like I said, there's no replayability or anything. Once you've completed it, you've completed it. You just get those skins as a reward. But it's pretty fun. I really liked it the first time round. I like going through it this time round. I got a lot of comments in the stream saying they'd love them to add this to like the main game, like have a whole DC playthrough like this. I imagine that's going to be a lot of work for them to do that. So time being, I think just the odd go at Warlords of New York is probably what they do from time to time. I do think they're testing though. I think they're probably testing some elements of this maybe for survivors that they're making. Who knows? But we'll go up to Haven together now just so we can give you a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to try not stretch the video out too much now. Once we get to Haven, I've got some tips. The main tips are going to come on what order you go about your missions. And this is really going to help on your hardcore run because the unlocks that you get are weapons and there is some gear unlocks that are going to improve your character statistics and whatnot. And the order in which you get them, you can get some real good ones first, and you can then make the playthrough a little bit easier for yourself. Hardest mission is going to be Stranded Tanker, in my opinion. The final boss of Stranded Tanker is pretty hard. Also, any cleaner mission with fire is hard. Fire is not good in realism mode. It's just not good at all. It'll kill you very, very quickly. You want to be careful of that. So Stranded Tanker is the most difficult mission. We save that till last. There's a good order of which you can do things. Just to get some unlocks, which is going to make your guns more stable. Going to give you some good guns. And a little bit armor. A little bit more survivability with the little that you have. But yeah, this has been really challenging for me the last few days because I've recently installed a new PC setup and I got a new mouse. I'm adjusting to the new mouse as well. Like I've got the settings kind of where I want them, but still it's not exactly the same as it used to be. So aiming for the heads, as you can see in this gameplay, I'm struggling a little bit. It's the finer adjustments I'm just struggling a bit with. Maybe need some tweaks to the settings, or I just need to get good with this mouse. So do forgive the gameplay. I do have a sniper though as well. Like we could use this right now. But look at the recoil on that. What you're going to unlock as you go is not only guns, you are going to unlock mods for your guns. And the mods don't actually tell you what they do. Like you got to work it out for yourself. Obviously an extended mag is very obvious. You've got to kind of remember what the other mods do in the main game, like whether it's going to give you stability, accuracy, crit chance, crit damage, or whatever. Nice C79 scope we're going to get very, very easy. Show you how to get that so you can actually zoom in on the heads and hit those headshots. That's quite ideal. There's other scopes as well, but yeah, they're basically the main tips in this video. It's just the order in which to do it to get the unlocks. There's a bug as well. I ran into a bug just before this moment. You know when you go to is the control point? Is it a control point? No, I don't think it's a control point. You got to go through the door with Kelso. Kelso got stuck for me. And it was on my hardcore playthrough. I chose just to die and go again. Just be careful of that bug. At least it's right at the start.
Nice to see you in one piece.
Suggestion of this bit is just to stick with Kelso, follow her rather than run too far ahead. so you don't bug out. Now, one thing you are going to notice, maybe we can find something down here, is there's no loot boxes. So there's no loot drop-in, there's no finding loot, there's no ammo restocks, there's no grenade restocks. You're literally just going to pick up what drop off the enemy, which is going to be ammo, medkits, grenades if you do use them. Be careful with the grenades, they're basically instant kill if you get caught in your own grenade. Yeah, no loot, no nothing. Just what drops off the enemy. Ammo can become very scarce, which is why one of the weapons I'm going to recommend to you, that's why it's chosen, it's going to be an LMG. It's a Big Mag. You'll still want to kind of use it to one pop in the head, but it's also very good to spray the more tankier enemies as well, to break through the helmets quick or break through the armor quick. The skills as well of a hit pulse here, they are a long cooldown. So that pulse is now a 60-second cooldown. There's no revive hive. I actually don't really use the skills, so I haven't really got any many tips. I think the scanner pulse is good. You get the decoy at some point as well. I was stuck there. Imagine if I die on this gameplay. That'd be bad. Should take a medkit, really. But yeah, decoy is pretty decent. Scanner pulse is pretty decent. At some point, you do unlock the jammer. The jammer pulse is pretty decent, especially on like when there's drones on some of the missions. And when you get up to the Arankina mission, the jammer pulse could be good. That's another tough section. Actually, Razorback on the Arankina mission could be tough. Two toughest parts of this playthrough is going to be Stranded Tanker, Final Boss, and the Razorback on Liberty Island. But now we've got to Haven. That's pretty much all the gameplay we're going to show you. We're going to go over the tips now that I've got for you. Because when we get to Haven, we can see the map. We can see our objectives and what we need to do. And I can show you a great order in which to do them. Okay, so we've got to Haven. We've got our map. We've now got our leads and our objectives. Now, this is the normal playthrough of Warlords of New York. If you've never done it before, you just pick an area, you follow the objectives, you complete all the main missions. It's like a manhunt. It's the very first manhunt. And you got to take out all 4 of the main bosses, complete all the 4 manhunts. You get a final side mission at the castle that you got to do, and then you go to Liberty Island to kill Arankina. Sorry for the spoiler. So, the order in which you do this is going to determine some things that you unlock. We bring up our menu, you got your inventory here. Bring up your inventory, and this is what your build looks like. You just pick a primary, you just pick a secondary, and you pick a sidearm. As for gear, you still got mask, chest, backpack, holster, knees, and gloves. And when you go through them, you will get some attributes on the side here of what they do. So at the minute, start with pretty much nothing. We have unlocked some station grip gloves, though. And you'll notice this increases stability, decreases swap speed. Now, I focus on everything that increases my stability. I want my weapons to be stable, so it's easier to hit the head. There's not so much kick. So when I am getting anything unlocked as I go, that's what I'm looking at. Secondary, I think on the chest and the backpack, you get heavy armor at some point. When you get the heavy armor, put the heavy armor on, because that's going to increase your survivability a little bit. You lose movement speed, though. The movement speed is an issue, but the extra survivability, you'll be grateful for it. So I go for the heavy armor pieces that it gives me, and then I focus anything or prioritize anything that's stability after that. That's how I do that. For the guns, there's an Urban MDR you can unlock early. There is a M60 LMG you can unlock early. And there's a few mods you can unlock early as well to make them a little bit more stable. And the best thing you can do from the start is, rather than focus on like one area at a time, which is what I've done most of the time, what you're going to do is you're going to like click into each of these 4 yellow zones. So we're going to click on this and we're going to go and start each area. Now, I think if you start, it might be the Kijika one. I'm not sure. We're going to start each one. We'll find out what unlocks at each one. Because at each objective that you do for each one of these, you're going to get an unlock. So you might as well get all of the unlocks for all the easy things you're going to do. These are just things like go and scan something, go to a safe house. Real easy things to do. So go into each area and just do the first few objectives just to get those unlocks. I'm going to do that now and just skip this bit to save some time in the video. And I'll show you all of the unlocks that we get from just doing these little objectives to start off each area. Okay, so I've just gone around the 4 areas, started them all off. In Battery Park, I think you just got to interact with something, and then there's a safe house. I think Financial District, there's a couple of enemies you might have had to kill after interacting with something and visited a safe house. 2 bridges, I think I had to do something with a control point, go to a safe house, and Civic Center, interact with something, go to a safe house. It's not much enemy killing, very easy to do. As soon as you hit the safe houses and you unlock the main missions, which I've done, you can see 2 bridges here. It is a JTF outpost site. It's a side mission. You don't need to go and do that yet. Detention complex, I think that is the Theo mission. Then we've got the Financial District lead there. That's going to be Wall Street, I believe. And Battery Park, Hugh Carey Tunnel. I think that's a side mission as well. That's basically where you want to get up to. Now, once you've done that, you've got loads of unlocks and you're ready to make yourself a bit more stronger, I'd say, and more prepared for what's to come. So let's have a look at what we got. Now, straight away, what I recommend, have a look. You might think differently, but I'm going to throw on the military M60 as my main. And on my secondary, I really like the urban MDR. So I go with an LMG and rifle setup. This will be for the whole playthrough now. This is what I'm going to use. We've already got some mods as well. So we go on to mod the weapons. Highly recommend the C79 scope. When you aim, you can push in your right stick or your controller or your mouse wheel or mouse keyboard, and you'll just get a scope. You'll be able to aim at heads a little better. Really good just for one pop in heads, getting them down very quickly. Highly recommend that on both guns. Then we've got the calibrated link on the LMG. Not too sure what that does. We've also unlocked the angled grip. The angled grip is going to improve stability. And then we've got the compensator as well. We've got everything we need for mods for our guns. Compensator also improves the stability. Throw on a skin if you want to. We're going to go to the MDR and do similar mods. We're going to go C79 scope. We're going to go the angled grip. We're going to go the compensator. And then for the mag, we're going to go 20 rounds, which is the sturdy extent 7.62 for a 40 mag on that. Fully modded up, ready for the whole playthrough. Don't need to worry about any more mods. This is just my advice again. You might want to do some other stuff. Sidearm, we're not going to use sidearms. Actually quite pointless in realism. They reduce like the accuracy and everything to make them super hard to use, so people don't just go around using a sidearm the whole time where you got infinite ammo. So yeah, don't use your sidearm. Now, as for the gear, we can have a quick look at what gear we've got. We've got Breathe Easy Mask at a minute, increases accuracy and stability. Might be a better one you get as you go through the playthrough. That might prioritize stability, I think. But for now, we'll throw that on. We've got the light armored vest right now, which will increase the movement speed and increase accuracy, but we got medium armor by default. I'm going to keep the medium armor. I'll wait till later on as we play through to throw on the heavy armor that I mentioned earlier. Backpack, we haven't got the backpack yet, the heavy armor. As for the holster, we've got one that does swap speed accuracy or one that does accuracy swap speed. So I'm going to throw the accuracy swap speed on. Rush tactics. Again, might get a better one later that does stability maybe. Knee pads, we have increased movement speed or increased accuracy. I'll go accuracy. Again, stability in the future if we get one. And in gloves, we've got swap speed, stability, or stability swap speed. We're going to keep those station grip ones on. So at this point, we do still want the heavy armor. You're going to unlock that as you go. As soon as you get to throw it on, just to get a little bit more survivability. But for guns, we're good. They're beaming, less recoil now, much easier to hit heads on enemies, especially with that scope as well. Skill wise, right now, we've got the scanner pulse available to us, the jammer pulse available to us. We've got the turret, we got the cluster seeker mines, and we've got a striker drone. Striker drone would be a great shout. I haven't got a decoy yet. You'll get a decoy as you go along. But like I said, I didn't really use skills on my playthrough, so apart from the jammer pulse for some drones at times, that's the only thing I really recommend is the jammer pulse when you need it on certain missions where there's drones. But yeah, you're now set up. You're much better set up now to take on missions and make things a lot more easier for yourself. And the order in which I advise from here to go through is, I think we went Pathway Park first. It doesn't really matter, to be fair. Like Pathway Park, that pretty straightforward. There's not really many hard parts in that mission at all. Wall Street's quite easy. You can think about the three tanks at the end, because you can just aim for the head via LMG. You can kill them very, very quickly. Then the Tombs mission isn't too bad at all. The hardest mission for me, the hardest part, is going to be Stranded Tanker. That can be pretty difficult. I'd leave Stranded Tanker till last and go about these any order that you want to. Just keep an eye on those future unlocks that you're going to get to improve your build again with the heavy armor and stuff, and maybe more stability, and just leave Stranded Tanker to last. Once you do complete Stranded Tanker, you'll do the castle side mission over here before taking on Liberty Island. Now again, the two hardest part of this playthrough is going to be Stranded Tanker, and it's going to be the Razorback section on Liberty Island. The Aaron Keener fight isn't too bad. In all honesty, the area before Aaron Keener, where you got to kill all the skills, is probably going to be more annoying. But throwing a jammer pulse, I'll make it a bit easier for you. Now, I'm not going to take you through a whole playthrough. I have done a whole playthrough on the channel. You can go back a few days ago. We did a stream. You'll see the title Realism Mode. We go through this on normal and then hardcore as a 4-person squad. I also did, when this came out the first time, playthroughs, and did a solo hardcore playthrough as well. If you go over to my GCROCK Extra channel, I am uploading a hardcore playthrough in a video, so go and check that out. It'll be linked in the description if you're going to go watch us do it on hardcore. We kind of follow what I just advised here to get some unlocks first. You can see us doing everything that I just advised you to do. They are all my hints and tips for the Realism playthrough though. I've got no more for you. Just practice, get used to it. Definitely, if you've never done it before, go for the normal mode first. See how you feel. See if you can get through it without dying. And then, yeah, do that before you take on a hardcore one. Because a hardcore playthrough is ruthless. If you die, you got to start again. And so you don't want to die. Basically, get some practice in first. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. It was real good. Again, a lot of people get put off because the rewards aren't really that good. The rewards are only just 2 skins or 4 skins if you didn't play for the first time. But still, I think it's a great experience. It's a good experience. It feels different. It's a worthy playthrough. It's got a dust storm in it this time, as you may have saw as well. So the current dust storm event that is in Warlords of New York that we're going through for the seasonal event, and that's in this Realism mode. You will be having some encounters where the dust storm is in, and you have to embrace that visibility and deal with that as well. But I hope this has been helpful. If there's any questions whatsoever, do post them down below in the comment section. I'll try and get to you. Don't forget to like the video as well to support it as always. Subscribe for more content. Enjoy your playthrough. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.